are moments away from Shakur Stevenson, as blue chip as it gets, against Christopher Diaz, as dangerous as it gets for a prospect. I'll tell you what, guys, Shakur Stevenson,
I'm really looking forward to this fight.
As a kid, silvered, only lost to a Cuban who is a man, and has been very impressive since. Let's throw it down to Mark Chinook.
All right, welcome back. Continuing on from Barranquitas, Puerto Rico, Christopher Pitufo Diaz.
I don't like this weigh-in format where we don't see the fighters weigh in. They weigh in behind the scenes and come out like this, like the UFC does it. I mean, it's a good presentation. Also, I'm really looking forward to this fight. I'm TstreeT Controversy. This is TstreeT Controversy. Oh, here he is right here.
Shakur Stevenson.
So the pay-per-view card tomorrow opens up with Felix Verdejo versus Brian Vasquez. Then you have this Shakur Stevenson versus Christopher Diaz. And then you're going to have Teofimo Lopez, who's weighing in next, versus Edith Tatley. And then the main event, Crawford versus Khan. Oh, by the way, I'm TstreeT Controversy. This is TstreeT Controversy Live. We're going to be here tomorrow night with some post-fight results, post-fight interviews, highlights, etc., etc. We cover every single major fight live.
What are your thoughts about a challenge like this, like Diaz, at this early stage of Shakur Stevenson's career?
Listen, Shakur Stevenson is my little brother. I'm one of his 3 managers. We know what we have. Like, he has it. He has the it factor. The boy can fight, but there's always a concern for me. I'm not worried, I'm concerned, because Diaz is no joke. He just fought for a world title not too long ago. He's tough. He may not be the upper echelon of the division, but he's going to test Shakur tomorrow, and we got to pass that test.
Come on now, come on. He going to eat up Diaz tomorrow. He's going to eat him.
I don't know about that.
Like Pac-Man. You want to know? Man, listen to me.
Here, let's mute it right here and talk, because we don't have too much time. I'm looking forward to this fight because Shakur Stevenson 10-0 with how many KOs? 10-0 with 6 KOs. He's got a bit of controversy going on with that video that surfaced when he got arrested last year for that incident down in Miami. But now he's in the biggest fight of his career, and I really hope that he shines because he's facing Christopher Diaz, 24-1 with 16 KOs. You know, he's 24 years old. He's not old. These are two like young fighters, and Christopher Diaz himself is coming off of a title shot 2 fights ago where he fought for that vacant WBO title that Masayuki Ito has, and Masayuki Ito is going to be taking on Jamil Herring sometime soon. Also a top-ranked fighter. May 25th. What card is this? Oh, they're with Christopher Diaz. Hold on, let's turn it up.
Feel making 126?
You know, I'm not a natural 130-pounder. The day of the fight, Masayuki Ito has like 14 pounds over me. So now I'm on 26. I'm gonna be real good in the ring, and you know, almost time.
Now, what should Shakur Stevenson expect out of you in only his 11th pro fight?
You know, he's a great boxer. He can move. He can box a lot. So he got great amateur background. But you know, this is professional. This is different. And tomorrow night, you're gonna see.
Thank you very much, Christopher. We send it over to Mark Kriegel with Shakur Stevenson.
Thank you, Bernardo. Shakur, you were advised not to take this fight. Christopher Diaz is bigger, more experienced as a professional. You insisted. Why?
I mean, I want to be great in the sport of boxing, and to be great, you got to take risks. So this is a risky fight on everybody's part. They see it as a risky fight. So when I put them wrong, it's going to be that much better.
What does a victory, what would a victory tomorrow evening mean for you in your career?
The victory that I'm going to get tomorrow evening is going to mean everything for me in my career. I deserve a world title shot after this fight, and I should get that once I'm done with Christopher Diaz.
There you go. Title shot or bust, Max.
Listen, guys, at this stage in Shakur Stevenson's career, here we see the tail of the tape. Stevenson really...
So it's looking like they really talking a title shot. Depending on how good he looks, are they going to go after Oscar Valdez? Because remember, look at the politics here. You got Gary Russell right? WBC, he just was announced earlier today to take on Kiko Martinez on the undercard of Wilder versus Brazil. You have Leo Santa Cruz. WBA, you have Josh Warrington. Would they try to go after this WBA world title? Because he's ranked number 6 by the WBA. Number 10 by the WBC. Now, rest assured, if he was to win, both of these guys, if they were to win, they're going to get a very, very high ranking by these sanctioning bodies. And Shakur Stevenson is already ranked. No, Christopher Diaz is already ranked number 5 by the WBO. And also expect for Christopher Diaz to win. Obviously, it'll be the biggest upset of the weekend, likely. But in my opinion, it's the most intriguing fight of the weekend. That and Danny Garcia versus Adrian Granados, in my opinion. But we're going to talk about that later. We got to get back to the rest of the weigh-ins because there's a lot of them. I'm TstreeT Controversy. This is TstreeT Controversy Live. We cover every single major fight live at FightView360.com. Visit our merch store, link right down below in the description box. Follow me on Twitter at TstreeT. Please subscribe.
He doesn't waste anything. If he lets his shots